I made a grave mistake. The kind that cannot be fixed. It all began with a war between two mighty deities. A conflict with dire consequences. The fighting rent the very fabric of our world. As the crack deepened, it has spread like the grasping roots of a tree. And through that fissure, something terrible escaped. Something unnatural. The destruction affected countless realms, many beyond our knowledge. But then, when all seemed lost, the deity created a holy sign, a way to seal the crack and stop the blight. And for many years there was peace. But even an instrument of order can be dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. I was tasked with giving the sign to the just ruler. But I chose the wrong king, and eventually the repercussions of my failure came to bear. The seal broke. The blight spread throughout Persia. For my failure, I was cast out of the realm of the gods. Imprisoned within a realm of shattered memories and forgotten souls, redemption eluded my grasp. I was weak, consumed by pity, and resigned to my deserved fate. But then, something unexpected happened. A human found me. He too was broken and took pity on a fellow tormented soul. And deep within those strange eyes, I glimpsed something I had lost. Hope.
Slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his eyes. How pleasant, he thought, to wake to nature's song. But something was not right. The song was out of tune. As he navigated the narrow paths, he breathed in the fresh mountain air. It focused his mind. Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water. How did I come to be here? He asked himself. No, That's not the right question, nor is where I'm going. A single terrible realization crystallized in his fogged mind. I don't know who I am. Many stories have been told about poor souls who have forgotten the paths they have trodden. But there is more to this tale. That I promise. The soft glow of the man's lantern fell on an exotic bird, a hoopoe. The recognition heartened him. Perhaps the bird would lead to further revelations. He followed the hoopoe on instinct. Its beautiful trail fanned the flame of hope. He spotted something glinting among the rocks. Something that called to him. All he did was pull that hatchet out of the stone. A simple act with a remarkable outcome. The Revelations realm. There was no way back. Whatever this mysterious place was, he had to push on. The weight of the hatchets in his hands brought some comfort as he journeyed deeper. Help me! Who's there? The man called, his voice muffled by the thick static. Please, help! Where are you? No answer. He then felt despair, the kind that only the truly alone know. But he was mistaken. There was another in this ethereal place. The tree was alive, but bound tight by otherworldly rocks and glowing tentacles. The blades of the man's hatchets were sharp. The man didn't know if the creature were friend or foe, but he felt its pain and fear. It mirrored his own. Was freeing the creature wise? The man did not know, but empathy overrode his rational misgivings. What happened? The man cried. Where have you taken me?
Calm yourself, human. Did you not?
The tree. All destroying. Then.
Honor.
The man could roll under low objects with ease. As he ran, the man mulled Allseed's words. How will rescuing the tree's kin help me recover my memory? He wondered. It appeared to be a diary entry, engraved into the stone. But to whom it belonged was a mystery. As he trod the winding path, the man thought about everything that had befallen him. He worried about the nature of the sickness that Allseeds had spoken of. How extensive was it? And how would it manifest itself? Little did he know that the answer to the latter question would begin to reveal itself a few steps further. This must be one of Allseed's trees, the man thought, breathing hard after his encounter. The tree had unfurled its vibrant leaves, embracing all but forgotten sunshine. What were those nasty little creatures? The man thought. Are they tainted by his sickness, or harbingers of it? As the second of Allseed's kin was released, night cast its veil over the inevitability of dusk. The serene quiet brought the man a sense. Whoever engraved this may know more about those creatures, he thought. There is a sickness afflicting nature. The talisman stones must be at the heart of it. But where did they come from? Were those swarming creatures defending them? So many questions, so few answers. And still, he didn't know who he was. Allseeds was asleep. A huge pomegranate hung from a branch. Must dig. I need you here. Farhad. My name is Farhad. But who was that paying woman? And why did she ask what she did? Does she want amethystine stones? Farhad wondered. Farhad found himself in the celestial revelations realm once more. The desperate whisper echoed through the strange starscape, calling, beckoning. Farhad! Farhad! Farhad could hear years of agony in those few words. Help me, Farhad, please. Show yourself, Farhad called into the twinkling black. Where are you? But if he was heard, the whisper didn't say. He wondered. One was of the mysterious woman in his hazy memory. She who pleaded with him to come to her. The other, no doubt, was Farhad himself. Was she the key to his past and his future? As the statue brought down its hatchet, the white liquid flowed. Farhad could only hope that soon his thirst for answers would be quenched. The din of the fallen bell shocked Farhad, but the guttural roar of some unseen creature terrified him far more. Something sinister was watching, waiting. But Farhad seemed to have one ally. Although Allseed's motivations were shrouded in mystery, he had come once again. What do you know of that shiver when I... Is that all see
More of my Farhad. He wore Bistun. Keep away.
Farhad stood back and admired the engraving. Despite Allseed's warning, Farhad felt the seed of hope taking root in his breast. Although the path behind and before him was shrouded in darkness, now there was light enough to see his feet. All seeds had proven that it could help Farhad regain his memories. And although he didn't yet have all the answers, he had purpose. And what is anyone without purpose? Gulches! A fitting name for the greedy little creatures, Farhad thought. Hatchets. Farhad's thoughts never wandered far from the lady in his memories, but her face eluded his grasp. Has such deranged laughter ever heralded anything good? A sculpture caught Farhad's attention. Amethystine stones protruded from its broken form. Farhad felt a new affinity with his hatchets, as though they were a part of him. Night fell, as the last tree was cured of the blight. It was time to return to all seeds. Farhad realized that being light on his feet was the key to evading the Peri's projectiles. But what new horrors awaited him? Deep down, Farhad knew who that huge hand belonged to. Bistun, the ancient being, had its... Farhad's heart felt ready to burst out of his chest. Shireen, the name of the woman he loved. Silence hung thick in the ethereal air, as if God himself were holding his breath. But God had forsaken this place, and a demonic creature made it its home. Something, perhaps the ominous roar, had activated the talisman stones. The Hoopoe, Farhad's thankless guide, was trapped. Farhad couldn't help but dwell on Allseed's dire warning.
Beware the Tale of Bistun if you value your life.
The poor bird was in grave danger. Farhad found his attention drawn to the floating island, pierced by menacing light. He could remember nothing about it, but somehow it seemed familiar. Freed the Hoopoe, but flap as it might, it struggled to fly. He tried to cradle the bird in his hands, but it evaded his gentle grasp. Perhaps Allseed's embrace would cure the bird of its injuries. If only it could do the same for Farhad. Farhad, Allseed. I'm so sorry, Shireen, Farhad muttered under his breath. It pained him that he could ever have forgotten his love. What has done this to me? He thought. 1,000. Thankfully, it seemed Allseed had healed the Hoopoe's wounds. The little bird darted from one perch to another with a grace that brought a smile to Farhad's lips. but it was the lukewarm smile of a troubled man. He couldn't stop thinking about the floating island, skewered by light in the Revelations realm. The mention of an ancient temple piqued Farhad's curiosity. Another of those cursed arenas. Just how far had the blight spread? Farhad's resolve hardened. If he didn't act, there may be no world left to recall. Memories of Shireen grew stronger. He cherished each as the bee treasures nectar and vowed to never forget her again. The enemies are growing in might and stature, Farhad realized. The blight must be worsening. His train of thought was interrupted. A sweet scent found its way to him on the gentle breeze. It seemed to be coming from the temple ruins. Does the large stone ring the author described hold some power? Farhad wondered. The pickaxe's handle was carved from the fragrant branch of a pomegranate tree. Have I used this before? Farhad wondered. The feel of the pickaxe in his strong hand suggested the answer. sucked in deep breaths to recover his energy. But despite his exertions, he realized he was humming the broken notes of some long-forgotten song. Adrenaline wore off. A knot formed in Farhad's stomach. Those were royal soldiers, he thought, but they seemed mindless. Could the sickness affecting nature have spread to humans, too? The notion struck Farhad with fear. Farhad's fear settled into a crushing depression. Wherever he went, he encountered only forgotten destruction, like a battlefield long after the fighting has ended. Why is nobody trying to A smile touched Farhad's lips, for he was well acquainted with those wondrous trees. Farhad recalled why the little hoopoe had been with him since he awoke. But what of the other prisoners? He wondered. Allseed's stern warning sharpened Farhad's senses as he entered the Revelations realm once more. Interrupted his thoughts.
Please, my hands.
Swallowed a lump in his throat. He could feel eyes upon him.
Can't take it.
He was nearing the imprisoned whisper. Of Shireen were a raging torrent that swept away his fears. Amidst the pealing bells, Bistun's roars grew louder, closer. But the fortress of Oblivion beckoned. The path to his love was open, and so he ran.
Did I say?
Allseed growled.
We must leave now!
But the whisper! She needs my help! Farhad pleaded. Allseed scowled.
Anyone in that infernal place is already...
The great tree broke off. Time had run out. Farhad awoke to darkness, as thick and foreboding as a moonless night. Am I? No. He was still in the Revelations realm, but a forgotten, shattered part of it. The memory of Bistun's terrifying appearance sent a shiver down Farhad's spine. Little wonder they named a mountain after him. I have to find Allseed's and leave here. He clenched his fists and cursed his stubbornness. I should have listened, he muttered. Allseeds was right. And now, he feared he would pay the price for his obstinacy. I have failed you, my love, he whispered into the darkness. Lost in his thoughts. At first, Farhad didn't notice the statues lining his path. Each depicted Farhad battling the enemies he had fought in the real world. But in every one, the foes had overcome him. What does this mean? He thought. Who sculpted statues of my demise? What cruelty is this? Farhad demanded of the lifeless statues. But they offered no answer. Farhad swallowed a lump in his throat. This one was unfamiliar. We have to go, Farhad said. Allseeds smiled. His voice was thin, a breeze rustling through leaves.
To kill mountain must build new.
One last time. Bistun's mighty fingers had snuffed out the candle of hope. A great weariness overcame Farhad. He needed to rest, close his eyes. And what better place than beside the statue of the woman he had failed? Wake up! A commanding, unfamiliar voice said, Wake up and follow me. Who said that? Farhad wondered. And why has the hoopoe taken Allseeds' heart? It is good to finally speak to you, Farhad, the hoopoe said. I am the goddess Anahita. Anahita explained that she had been under a spell of silence cast by Bistun. She could speak the magic, and of course, for I will, she told. Build an anvil, Anahita instructed. Trust me. Now, he could change his weapon at will. Come, time is short, Anahita said. We will talk on the way.